folks, I just wanted to share some info about my listing at 12029 Pinecone Circle. We've got it listed at 443. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,364 square foot home on 3 acres. There is also an additional unit, office, and with a sleeping quarter loft above that is detached from the house. So you have 3 effective rooms in the house. There's an additional pad where there was a former building site, and so there's power that can be tied into that space there. There's water, and you could easily build another unit there or create hookups for an RV, something, or a tiny house, something like that. It's a very cool layout on this property, very usable land, but also dynamic. It's not just a simple flat lot. It's got some shelves and contour to the land. So it's a really exciting lot, in my opinion. Adds a lot of variety and interesting features that can be utilized, whether it's from landscaping or if you have kids, a lot of places for them to play. There's a trail that switchbacks down to the creek, which again has a ton of potential to create into a really nice hangout space. So what I want to talk about, which are general concerns that people have with properties in a rural area like Nevada County. And the thing that I always point out, one of the biggest factors, is CalFire's Air Attack base, which is located right off of Loma Rica, so in Grass Valley, central to the county essentially. So you see this red line. This is as the crow or plane flies. Here's Pinecone Circle. It's only 3.5 miles to the Nevada County Airport, where CalFire's planes. There's 2 bombers, the spotter plane, and currently they have a helicopter stationed there as well. And so one of the critical things is that these planes, within 5 minutes, they can be in the air. So as soon as they get a call, within 5 minutes, they're in the air. Once they drop a load, they come back, they touch down, fill up, and take off. From touchdown to takeoff, it only takes them 6 minutes. So being 3.5 miles away from this air attack base, 2 planes, in 30 minutes, they can probably have up to at least 10 drops on this region. It's incredible how much work they can do in a short amount of time. So this is something that I experienced. I think it was a year or 2 ago. I have a business. I have a climbing gym right in this area, right on Crown Point Circle, and there was a fire right down here. So we had a big fire that kicked up, and it was a little close for comfort. And within minutes, the planes were making passes, and I think within an hour, less than an hour, maybe 40 minutes, they had this fire under control. It might have been quicker. It was really fast, though, that they had this fire under control, surrounded with trucks, and the bombers were just making laps over it. It was really, really impressive. So another thing with this property is the access. So you have to the north, you have 174 major conduit. You have 49 here to the west, and then really kind of the main access point is Rattlesnake Road, runs right here. This is Rattlesnake Road that curves down through here, and from Pinecone Circle you can access Rattlesnake on Brooks Road, or you can take Pinecone Circle. So if there was a fire down in this area, you could head north on Pinecone, tag into Brooks Road, and then eventually you can make your way to Lower Colfax Road, which ties into 174 here, or back into Rattlesnake. And then from there, 174, you can head south or north, which is really convenient. In terms, again, we're looking at access. If 174 had issues, you're on Lower Colfax here. So again, Brooks Road ties into Lower Colfax. Lower Colfax comes down. You don't even have to go to 174 if there's an issue or if it's backed up, and you can take Lower Colfax all the way down, and then it tags into 174 down here by Peardale. Chicago Park, Peardale area. So there's just that alone on that side. And then on this side, you have Rattlesnake comes and ties into Dog Bar. Dog Bar, then you can head south, and that goes all the way down to kind of the Meadow Vista area. So you can see Dog Bar runs down here and ties into Weimar, kind of Nevada, Meadow Vista area. And so you can head south there. You can head west and tie into 49. You can head east and tie into 80. Again, a major conduit in the county in general. That can be accessed very quickly from Pinecone. You can be on Rattlesnake within 3 minutes from here to here. 2 to 3 minutes you're on Rattlesnake, and so you can access these roads. So you can head south, like I said. You can head north. You can even keep heading directly west, and then tie through Alta Sierra Drive, then tie into 49 here, and again north or south access. So I look at that, from a standpoint, from my standpoint, and from where I live on Greenhorn, and we kind of have really one access. So I live right around in this area, right around here, Anchor Lane, where I have another listing. But if there was a fire right here for whatever reason, my access is blocked to Brunswick. I'm in a tough situation because there's really just kind of one access. There is potentially access going up north here, but my access coming down Greenhorn just heads into a really rough drainage over in this area. So that's I really appreciate this Pinecone Circle has so many access points so easily, but again, even where I'm at here, we're right underneath the Nevada County Airport, the air attack base. So those planes will be on a fire immediately, and it's a huge advantage living in this region. So fire stations to the north can access. Fire stations to the south have access from the south side. So from both directions, you can have trucks on site, and you'll have planes on it. So in my opinion, it's a really great area in terms of fire safety and those hazards. Now, as far as distance from town, so again, being a rural property on a little bit windy road coming down. So once you come off of Rattlesnake and then onto Brooks, and then you drop into you drop onto Pinecone Circle, it is windy and it feels like you're going out in the middle of nowhere. But the reality is that you are only 11 minutes, I think. Yeah, 11 minutes from Pinecone Circle to Grass Valley. To Nevada City, you are 14 minutes. So 15 minutes from Pinecone Circle to Nevada City. So again, super close to town. It's like 40 minutes, I think, to Auburn. Maybe 30 minutes to 25 minutes, 30 minutes to Colfax. So very accessible all around. So driving wise, it is very close. To have 3 acres that close to town is a huge convenience, and it's private, really private. 3 acres. Another thing I really like to point out, I have 3 kids, and so I'm always looking at, well, what is there to do nearby? Where can we run out and just get outside and get on some trails? And from Pinecone Circle right here, you have Rattlesnake coming off of 174. There is the Rattlesnake Ridge Trail. So it starts here 174 and just goes along the road until you get here to Highland Drive, and then it drops down again along the NID, the Rattlesnake Canal NID, and then it keeps continuing along. So basically, when if you were to leave your house, you could ride your bike or run up Brooks Road and then to Tiger Lily, which ties into Rattlesnake, hop on the trail, and you can take this trail all the way to Empire Mine State Park. So it's a couple miles to Empire Mine. There's a road right through here. You can, actually right here, you can tie in. I think there's another access point right through here, which, they won't show on a map, but I'm pretty sure you can access right there. I didn't say that, but I just did. So there's about 15 miles of trails here in Empire Mine State Park. So, you've got multiple amazing loops. The trails are nice and wide, easy to put a stroller on. The kids can ride their bikes. My wife and I will run. The kids can ride their bikes. It's super convenient. So 3.9 mile loop, 2.8 mile loop, 2.4, 3.8 mile loop. I mean, there's just a incredible amount of trails right here in the park. If you've never seen Empire Mine State Park, there is really incredible history here. There's a map of the 367 miles of tunnels that are underneath the area of mining tunnels. There's just a lot of mining artifacts and that sort of thing here in this park. So from kind of the historical aspect and then just fitness and health, like having access to this is really fantastic. So again, that's just a couple minute, maybe a 10-minute bike ride, 15-minute bike ride, and you're at that park. If you head south here on Rattlesnake, you also have access to another area, another trail that we enjoy, the Allen Thiessen Trail right here. So this is about a 1 mile loop. There's a hill right here with a beautiful old madrone tree and a swing, and we love just hiking up here, hanging out. The kids can run around and check it out. So again, both directions you've got trails that you can access. It just be pretty hard to get boring around there. And then for the date night, you've got Lucchese Vineyard right down the road as well. So an 8-minute drive from Pinecone. You don't even hop on Rattlesnake. Brooks Road to Tiger Lily, and that takes you down to Lucchese. It's a 42-minute walk. Okay, get those steps in before you have those glasses of wine, and then walk it off on your way home. You'll be feeling great. Unofficially, there might be access here on Sivers Lane, but that has been unconfirmed. Maybe best to take that route after you've had a couple glasses of wine. Might be a little more smooth on talking your way through that section. Kind of kidding, not really, sort of. But, unconfirmed potential access there. So, overall, I think that if somebody's looking for, an affordable home, $443,000, almost 1,400 square feet, nice updates in the kitchen, living area, good, really nice floors, beautiful picture, garden window here in the, a picture window here in the kitchen, big slider that goes out onto the deck. Just really nice natural light, nice setting, open, more open concept type home. But the bedrooms are, nice and private in the back, laundry room, that sort of thing. It's the house and the property have a ton to offer. I think this is the additional unit. There's the loft up there, or the additional room. And then here's the building site. This is where the building site is. There's power that comes off the power line that can be tied into it. There's water right here. I really think this property has a lot to offer. And if you're in that price point between $400,000 and $500,000, I highly recommend checking out Pinecone Circle. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And long term, as the family grows, I think it would be easy to expand the house, build onto it, make it what you need for your family, or if it's an investment, to add another unit here, put a tiny house, an RV, something like that, rent it out. There's actually more space even so down below the other unit. I'm gonna see here if I can pull that up. So there's even below this here, there's another space down below it, where you could park even another RV or something, put a yurt down there, and really make this property something you can use and leverage and support yourself, support your family, offset that high mortgage until you can refinance. But again, 12029 Pinecone Circle. If you're between $400,000 and $500,000, I encourage you to check it out and strongly consider making an offer. So there it is. Thank you, folks.